What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Laugh and Death podcast. I am your host for this comeback episode. My name is Alex. I'm currently in McKinney, Texas, recording live from McKinney, Texas. We also have David.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Recording from...
Coming to you from Edinburgh, Texas.
And then we have Fern.
What's up, everybody? Coming to you from Westlaco, Texas.
So this podcast will just be an audio podcast for our listeners. Maybe later on we'll get a little advanced and we'll do some video, and maybe we can line that up too. But for now, it's going to be some audio. So make sure to check us out on Spotify, on Apple Music or iTunes, wherever you listen to your podcast. And listen to this audio podcast from us, the Laugh and Death podcast. And I just want to talk about on this podcast, I kind of want to get into like what has happened. Like there was a hiatus between all of us and the Laugh and Death podcast, and why we hadn't recorded in such a long time. When was the last time that we recorded, actually? Was it like August, May? Wait, July?
It was August, I believe.
Right? I think it was like August, like the month before I was actually moving up to McKinney. And McKinney is a city that's just like on the outskirts of the Dallas area. It's honestly like this area is almost kind of like the San Benito, Harlingen, Mercedes area. Like all these cities, there's like Allen, McKinney, Frisco, all like neighboring cities. But yeah, I've been up here for about 4 months. It's about to be 4 months, and I moved up here for a job opportunity. But I've been up here kind of just meeting new people, you know, networking around and stuff, meeting a lot of good people, actually. I've refound my love for skateboarding, but the cold is a bitch, so it's like impossible to skate up here, dude. Like it's fucking at night, it'll like legit get like 45 degrees, and it's fucking freezing, man. Like I've never hadn't dealt with a cold like this in a long time, because I've been up here in this area before, and it's like super cold. But I also like got really back into, not like I left it, but like the music production thing. Like I've been trying to hit it harder. I guess I'm kind of putting more goals on myself to want to like make more music production and like get my name out there even more so, I guess, because like I'm in this area, like there's new people. I can kind of restart the image, I guess, of what I'm trying to make. I don't know what I'm trying to make. Like I'm still kind of confused in that sense, but I'm just trying to like put my music out even more so, and it's actually been working. Like I'm not trying to focus on the followers thing on Instagram like as a thing, but my followers have been coming up. Like I've been making good connections, and like I've been making stuff on Facebook and putting out all kinds of different beats and stuff, so that's pretty fun for me. But that's kind of what I've just been up to over here. I don't know how have you guys been, since, because I haven't seen y'all in those same 4 months. Like we've just kind of talked a little bit, messaged here and there, but this is like the first time we actually are conversing together through the podcast. So how are you guys like doing? What are y'all up to? David or Fern, either of y'all can go first.
I mean, nothing really has changed for me. I lost you, obviously, since you moved away, so I haven't really had much of a social life, because typically you and I, every time we work together, every time we always make time to like hang out and stuff like
Right.
that. So but other than that, I mean, I've just been kind of like nose down, just focused into my work and like my relationship, I guess, with my wife. It's been really good, like too good in the last few months.
Basically me,
and,
your side bitch left, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So it's been a lot easier for me to give my full attention to.
Right. That makes sense.
My
That's
wife,
logical.
and I've been doing a lot of gaming too, dude. I checked my stats for the year on PlayStation.com. I put in like 187 hours of gameplay, which was like 72 days of like
Shit.
just pure online.
That's
yeah,
sick.
it was fucking crazy.
What have you been playing?
I mean,
And,
don't let that fool you though. Like for a week, he was just like not taking showers. Like his beard grew super
Yeah.
long. Like he lost a lot of weight.
Oh, that's actually actually true though. You actually the last time because you visited up here, David, and I saw when I saw you, you were like mad thin, dude. Like you did lose a lot of weight.
Yeah, I mean, I hit 207, and then my wife and I were like, all right, we got to do something about this. So I went keto, and I'm not gonna talk about keto because I've talked Fern's ear off about keto every day,
Right.
saying like, "Oh, I can't eat that shit," and I know I see him roll his eyes like, "Fuck, shut the fuck up." So yeah, I went keto.
Bears.
Right.
I know, tempting me with sweets,
Carbs.
but yeah, no, I lost like 22 pounds, and I just kept it off for the longest time. But I've been eating like shit those last 3 weeks, and I'm trying to get back on it because yeah, I'm starting to notice the effects. Like I'm starting to get like tired more easy, and before I was like real lively, and it was fucking cool.
Right.
And I really enjoy like testing myself that way because I'd never really like had a diet before. So yeah, it was really cool, and it was really good to see you. Even though it was only for like 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah, I know. It was really good to see you too.
Yeah, it was totally different. It was fucking cold as balls over there.
Dude, fuck yeah,
like,
especially
really
that night.
cold.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, I wish you would have. I could have stayed a little bit longer, but yeah, they cut it short. But it was awesome to see you. And I know I've spoken to you a couple times, like here and there on the phone.
Yeah.
Just about.
And just like message here and there and share memes and stupid shit like that just to have a laugh. Yeah.
Well, I share memes and you don't respond, so.
You're right.
He's too busy on a skateboard.
Hey, but that hasn't changed. I mean, it's not just because I moved 10 hours away. I mean, I would see you at work and I still wouldn't respond.
Yeah, you're a piece of shit,
so
dude. I hate you
you
so
can't
much.
fucking say like I changed. So fuck off.
I mean, you also send like the memes like at the wrong time. Like was it on Sunday? You sent me the video of the kid pooping out his ass.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
I did see that.
And I was in the middle of eating like lunch with my parents. Like I was just like, really? What the fuck?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I showed everybody at work, and everybody's like, why the fuck would you show me that?
Right. David just finds it hilarious. People
I've
are
been telling
grossed
you,
the
like,
fuck out.
Yeah, dude. Like I was telling Alex earlier, like I feel like I need to be destructive. Like everything's going so good for me. Like I need to create a little bit of drama in my life. So I'm just
right. Like yeah, you get too
trying to
fishy
offend
about your
somebody.
life. Like you need to self-sabotage. It's like this is going too good right now. It's too great.
Exactly.
You're that Sith Kermit meme. Like it's the guy with the black hood is like, do it.
Yeah, looking back.
Yes,
at yourself.
exactly.
But no. So Fern, since David filled us in with what he's been up to, how have you been, man? What have you been up to, and how's everything for you?
Not just working, getting fatter. Sorry. Nothing's really changed for me. Like you really weren't a big part of my life, so I was just kind of like,
whoa,
okay.
Right. Yeah, of course. I mean, I'm not trying to say that. I'm not asking.
No,
I'm not asking like, how are you after I left? Like, it's not that. It's like
because
I haven't talked to you.
Of course, I was just fucking around. Sorry.
No. It's cool. I just wanted. I actually just wanted to set the record straight for the podcast. Like, fuck the podcast. Fuck y'all. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, shit. No. For real. Like, I just wanted to set the record straight. I just want to know, like, because I haven't talked to y'all.
No.
You know?
Yeah, for sure. No, just been working. Get a full-time position now. So I've just been focused on that and trying to make things just the way they should be, you know.
Right.
At work and stuff, and then personal life just been watching shows, trying to catch up on sleep sometimes, and I mean I woke up late today, so
yeah, right. So I guess
I have a question for you.
Okay,
what's up?
Or maybe I should find out on my own. Do you have a Tinder profile?
I don't.
Fuck. Okay.
Wait, what do you mean?
He's on Grindr, dude.
I was
are you
going
on Tinder
to
and trying to swipe left to you find me,
I was gonna try and find you, yeah, and I was gonna fuck with you.
and then just catfish the shit out of me.
Yeah.
With my
Damn
profile,
it.
with the picture of me as a profile picture.
Hell yeah, dude.
just with the wig on.
So I guess that's a good segue of like, you say you've been watching shows and shit. I kind of want to talk about that because like, we've always been like wants to kind of converse about different shows we want to watch and different shows we've been watching.
I mean, we did do a whole podcast on just Game of Thrones.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, that totally fucking killed me.
That shit
dude.
was insane, bro. That shit was so. Shout outs to fucking
Manuel.
No, the Ecuadorian, bro. That one that was supporting us. Nah, just kidding. Yeah. Shouts out to Manuel, bro. Shouts out to him, man. He fucking went through all that craziness with us and had to deal with us and shit. And
yeah,
my dumb ass.
He sent me an invite yesterday. He started a D&D like guild, and so he was like, "Hey, do you want to start? We're starting a new campaign next week." And I know this week he's creating a new campaign, so like a whole like storyline that he wants to go through. So I might join him in his D&D session or whatever. And he also said he wants to get some pointers as to how to create his own like podcast so he can start his own D&D group. Because I know he has a bunch of people, I think it's like 5 or 6 guys that are doing it and they want to get started on a podcast and talk about their campaign and stuff. So I might help him out with that, help produce that. So
yeah, I've been seeing a lot of people like recording their campaigns, and that'd be kind of interesting too to watch that. I mean,
right. Because it's like a very like,
and if you join,
it's a very like especially for people who are like really passionate about D&D, it can get very like it's a very storytelling thing. Like that's just pretty fun. Have you played D&D?
Yeah,
no, but I saw some videos of how to play, and you basically create a character, and then they you tell a story.
Yeah, it's like a quest.
And then he is the moderator, and he will throw in like curveballs,
right.
and it's how your character adapts.
Yeah, so
and
that would
use
be
the dice too.
That'd be cool to listen to, right? Like people, it's like they're making this story like on the spot. Basically, it's pretty cool. Because I've actually been a part of it and played it and stuff in a specific way, like maybe not traditional D&D, but regardless of the fact, I wanted to talk about like some shows that I've been watching recently. And maybe also the gaming, dude. Like I actually got into gaming too. Like I got on the new Call of Duty, and I got really heavy into that. But then I kind of like work kind of caught up. But I've got into a bunch of shows. I started watching You. I don't know if you guys have. I'm sure you've heard
I
of
hate
it.
that show, dude.
You hate it?
Yeah.
Why? Why do you hate it?
It's so stupid. It's so fucking convenient. Like, oh yeah, this motherfucker's gonna kill people, and spoilers, and get away
But
with
you've
shit.
seen it?
Like,
Have you
come
seen
on,
it?
Man. I saw the half of the first season, and I like rage quit it because it was so fucking annoying.
I mean, it gives me
I watched bits and pieces about it.
It gives me Dexter vibes, you know, like the narrating, like in your own head, the person in his own head, and stuff like that. Like I liked it because, like, I mean, I loved Dexter, and then this is kind of like another version of that, but Dexter is more of like he's legit like a killer, like he's bloodthirsty, and then this is more just like maybe control of a situation or of a person and the outcomes of things, and kind of, you know what I mean, and like maybe just I don't think he's bloodthirsty, the killer in You, but regardless of that, like I love the show and like I liked watching it.
Well, what I've seen, because I've seen bits and pieces of it because my sister's watching it, and she has it here in the living room, and I just like it catches my attention sometimes, and I keep watching for like the end of the episode or something. But I feel like he's not really bloodthirsty, but or he is, but he doesn't want to tell himself that. Like he thinks he's doing it for the better good.
Right? Yeah. No,
and
that makes sense. Yeah.
It.
Like he doesn't want to. Yeah, he doesn't want to see himself that way. Maybe like he's trying to make the exception that he's doing it reasonably. Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. Regardless of the fact that that's what I've been watching, and then I also recently started Messiah. But before I want to get into that, have y'all been watching any new shows, or what have you seen lately, or a movie or anything that you want to talk about?
No,
I haven't been watching. Sorry, go ahead, David.
I haven't been watching anything. I'm trying to get into a series. I know I saw Mandalorian, but it was only like 6 episodes or whatever, or 8 episodes. It was cool. I enjoyed that, especially because they were bite-sized. I didn't enjoy like 2 or 3 of the episodes from the season, but Mandalorian, man, every fucking time that Baby Yoda came out, I would like pause it and like rewind it just to watch his like clips over and over again. He turned into a total meme, and like took over the internet for like the last month and a half or so. And so, yeah, I mean, I totally bought into it. I started buying like products and shit like that, just like Baby Yoda. And then I just found out yesterday that Build-A-Bear is gonna have a Baby Yoda. So
oh shit,
I'm gonna go get that shit.
I feel like Fernie wants to shit on it.
No, it's cute.
I thought you
it has the little baby teeth.
I really thought, dude, this is one of the things that kind of in my head came up in my head, in my life and death head, like universe of like I like it, and I've never even seen The Mandalorian, you know, like I'm not sharing all that meme shit, but like it's cute, whatever, it's cool. It kind of reminds me of like Baby Groot. Like I like that feeling that Baby Groot would give me, you know what I mean? Like seeing him, it's like just cute. And I know David, it's like, I know you love it, David, like you love that shit. And for some reason, I was just like, man, I wonder if Fernie would hate on this shit if we would talk about it on the podcast. Like, for some reason, that thought came into my head.
No, I did the same thing as David. Like, here's a scene with him, and then I'm like, oh, look at that. And I rewind it, and like, This one where you can see his little toes, and it's like, oh, look at the little baby toes. But
Yeah.
little
like, yeah, it's
teeth.
fucking cute as fuck.
Yeah, it's fucking dope. I like it. It's not.
And then I don't know if you've seen the new movie, but there's another character called Babu Freak or whatever. I haven't seen it either, but a lot of people are like, I don't know, he might be coming for that baby Yoda
For
crown.
that baby Yoda crown.
No, man.
Oh shit, dude! I haven't seen
No way,
any
dude.
Star Wars things.
It was
so like, I only know Baby Yoda through memes. Like I don't even know. I've never even seen The Mandalorian. You know.
Yeah.
So.
But don't you
Yeah.
have Disney Plus? Didn't you say you just watched the series or something like that?
Yeah, I have Disney Plus, but I'm not fucking watching Star Wars.
Watch it, dude. It's so fucking good, man.
I actually,
I binged all the Star Wars movies, and then Mandalorian hit, and I know that's all timing and stuff like that. And then I played fucking, what's it called? Jedi Fallen Order.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
On
The new one.
PlayStation 4.
Mhm.
And then I saw the new one in IMAX, Episode 9 or Rise of Skywalker, whatever. Fucking loved it. I thought it was fucking great. I mean, that's pretty much all I've seen. I really don't watch TV anymore.
yeah, I don't. I mean, I don't. We don't have cable here. We just watch the streaming fucking platforms and stuff.
Yeah.
Netflix, Hulu, all that stuff. Disney Plus. But
I've been trying to get in. Sorry, I've been trying to get into like new shows. But then I kind of went into my Netflix and then I saw things that I haven't finished yet.
mhm.
Like I still haven't finished Stranger Things. There's a show called Dark that I still haven't finished that I really want to finish because it's so good. But then I just stopped watching it and I can't get back into it. And on HBO, I've been wanting to start the new show The Outsider with the guy from what's his name? Fuck, Jason Bateman.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Where it's on HBO?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
Stephen King show.
Oh,
like
shit.
they accuse him
you
of
still have your
murder.
HBO?
Yeah,
Nice.
I kept it for Watchmen. That's what I was watching. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's true. I watched that too.
Watchmen was really good. But it's just that kind of show where everything was kind of happening all at once, and it was just so confusing sometimes. And like me and David would watch it, but we didn't talk about it so much because we just didn't know what was going on. I felt like at least I felt like it.
It was like, and it always gets me, like anything that has like a time travel plot or several plots going on at one. I know it's pretty easy to follow and stuff, but that guy, that showrunner, fucks with people's heads. He's the guy he's David Lindelof. He's the one who did the Lost series, and then he did The Leftovers on HBO, which was fucking incredible. And his writing and the way he thinks, and he fucks with your psyche, man. And it messed with me. And then even I had to watch episodes like 2 or 3 times in a row, like just to like get everything or try to grasp anything. And then I also like I was like deep into that, dude. I was listening to podcasts left and right. Just
This was The Outsider?
no, this was
Watchmen. My bad. Yeah.
yeah, and it was like I just got obsessed over it, and then it ended, and I was like totally over it afterwards. I don't know.
Yeah.
So,
And I think it hit.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you can continue on that point.
Well, and I think it hit me because like the showrunner said that it was just gonna be like a 1-season arc, but then they ended with a cliffhanger, and I'm just like, oh man, like I wonder if they're gonna try to bring it back, like with the same storyline, or just leave it at that. And I kind of didn't like that at the end.
Yeah, it was pretty divisive. I enjoyed where it ended. I'm like, okay, if they don't come back, I'm fine. But yeah, I don't know. I had a little bit of closure, but I wasn't entirely like, eh.
Yeah. Oh, spoilers!
Can't
by
wait.
the way.
Oh yeah, my bad.
I mean, I haven't even
Nah,
seen
we're
Watchmen,
good.
but I don't even know if I would get into that. But also, I mean, I guess to go back and like you guys recommending a show to me, it was The Boys. Is that what it's called, right? The Boys.
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Amazon.
like, I still hadn't finished it, man, and I still have my Prime, but I was watching it down there, and I watched some more of it up here, but I still hadn't finished it. But that was a good show that I really liked watching. Have y'all heard of Messiah on Netflix?
No.
So I guess just to real quick talk about it. It's like basically this series about the second coming of a god power, I guess, like the second coming of Christ, but it's like through the Muslim religion. But I guess it's supposed to be a take on like it's a modern day world, like it's like now, you know what I mean? And there's a second coming of Christ, and like this guy is like in the series, this guy is like he's like trying to lead people in the right direction and all this stuff, and like there's moments where they kind of capture his like power of like I guess like his godlike power. Like this dude walks on water and shit, and like people are like losing their shit. So everybody's trying to understand what's happening, or like it's just it's like a god figure in a modern day world, I guess. And it's a really cool take on it, even though I'm not very, like, you guys know I'm not all into like the religious stuff, but it's a cool take to see like what the reaction is in this modern day and age, I guess, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a really cool show just to watch for that aspect. I would recommend watching it, giving it a try. I still haven't seen the whole first season. I think it's just one season right now, but it's pretty interesting. Like it's cool, and you kind of slowly start figuring out like, or just finding out different things about this guy who's like supposed to be the second coming of Christ or whatever. Like they're trying to look up his like modern intelligence, like CIA and stuff. They're trying to track him and like look up his face identity, and he doesn't match with anybody on file. Like he just doesn't exist. He just came out of nowhere. Like it's kind of weird. It's pretty interesting though. That's just one show that I've been getting into recently. Yeah.
See, those are the kind of shows where like I wouldn't even think about like clicking on.
Me neither.
It takes somebody like you or like somebody to be like, hey, have you seen this show? It's really good, or it's been interesting. Like you should watch it to make me wanna.
Right, because even like the subject of it, like I guess when I first saw it on Netflix, I was like, Messiah, like that's not one thing I would want to watch. But then I actually saw a post on Twitter of somebody talking about it, and it kind of got me like interested, and I was like, huh, this is kind of cool. And I started watching it, and I was like, wow, like as much as I'm not into like the belief of all that, like it's not just about that. You know what I mean? Like it's like
it's about the human psyche.
Right, yeah, exactly. And I was just like, huh, it's pretty interesting. One thing I did want to talk about though too is yesterday I just saw 1917, that new war film.
Okay, I don't want to know anything about it. I'm supposed to watch it.
All right,
soon.
cool.
Yeah, no spoilers, but recommend.
Totally recommend, dude. Yeah, it's I know I don't know if it was the critics or what, but I've been seeing people like on Twitter. I've been on Twitter a lot more talking about saying that it's like the next best war film since Saving Private Ryan, is what people were saying what it was going to be. And
cool.
Saving Private Ryan was a really good movie, war film.
I heard a mild spoiler, and it wasn't even a spoiler. It was how the person worded it, and I was just like, I got really upset because I was like, fuck, I wanted to go in there with knowing absolutely nothing about it, and then I had a mild. It was like slightly spoiled for me, but yeah, no, it looks fucking awesome, and I heard that it's fucking like in your face, gritty, like raw, like real, like this is the sacrifices that these guys were going through to.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's. I don't know if I would say if it was like super gory, but like it's just very like how fast things like can just change on a dime. You know what I mean, for these guys, and then like. I guess what kept going through my head was like, man, these guys like, because I know it's like based around World War I, and I think right, World War I.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I remember doing like a history project like in middle school, and I still remember this like from doing it, like the research and stuff, and or not middle school, in like high school or some shit, but that in like World War I there was a lot of enlistments of like kids that weren't even 18. They were like as young as 14, 15, like sneaking in to be a part of the draft, like for World War I, from all kinds of, from not just from America, but like all parts of the world, you know, like, so some of these kids are not even 18, and that's young as fuck, you know what I mean? Like that were in this war. Like, I don't know, I kept thinking of that, of like the age of like somebody not even fully developed and like being in this madness, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I kept thinking about.
I think I saw somewhere. I think I saw somewhere where it said that between World War I and World War II, like the technology just advanced like significantly. Where, like in World War I, they still had like kind of like one shot like rifles, and then machine guns started becoming more available like for World War II. So all the tactics that they used for the first war, like weren't gonna work for the second war, and it's just like that's why there was like a lot of death in the beginning or something like that. Maybe I'm wrong, but like just thinking about how, and the first war, it was just trenches, and like you you wait it out, and
Right.
then you advance. And you advance like a couple more meters, and then you dig another trench, and then you wait it out, and then advance.
Right.
Yeah,
Like,
it was, I heard it was
wasn't
in World War One. I heard it was a battle for inches. Like people were
Yeah.
dying like endlessly just to
Yeah.
gain a few feet, and that's why it was like one of the worst war. Well, obviously one of the worst wars ever.
I mean, we still don't know about like one of the worst, because World War III is around the corner, and we'll see how that's
Y'all
gonna.
motherfuckers are getting drafted.
Nah, I'm too old for that.
Are you?
Yeah.
I thought it was up until 28.
No, it's 25, I think.
I'm turning
okay.
26 in May, motherfucker. No, I'm just kidding. But, dude, no. Okay, so real quick. I mean, we don't know shit, right? Like, I don't know shit. I've never witnessed anything something insane like that. I can't say shit. But if you, I mean, if you got drafted, you had to go, of course, right? But would you be okay with a draft? Like, is that something you're okay with?
I'm praying for it, dude. I hope it'll cure our whole millennial issue, dude.
Okay, no. Okay, let me
Gen
let me reword
Zs.
this. If you were our age, David, and you had to go into and you had to get drafted and like go into the war, like, are you okay with something like that? Let's say you were
No,
young.
I'd be fucking terrified for my life, and I would have registered for school immediately at
Yeah.
that point,
Hmm.
because
I
they
mean-
don't draft college students.
I mean, just follow the example of our brave president, and just say you have bone spurs.
Fuck
I
yeah.
think I would have. I don't know. I like I said, I
mean,
don't know
yes,
shit. I mean,
just-
I wouldn't. I don't know. Like, I'm not trying to say America and like defending, but I don't know. Like, I'm not American that way. Like, in like that I think, oh, this is the best country in the world and fuck everybody else. But I don't know.
No, but
I
you
don't-
still want to protect the way of life you have.
right.
you
Like,
know?
I wouldn't be upset.
If worst comes to worst,
like, I wouldn't be upset about
Yeah.
it. Like, it was just, I don't know. Like, I'd be like, okay,
Yeah, if worst comes to worst, like you kind of just do whatever you need.
yeah,
And I saw a lot of like memes of like, oh, all these Trump supporters were getting in line to enlist, and it's just like an empty line. And I was like, yeah, like I feel like for things like that, like people that are okay with war or like advocating for war should be the first ones to like sign up, and then everybody else.
Of
like, follow
course
them
not,
after.
dude. They're giant fucking hypocrites. They want to act like they bleed red, blue, and white, and they don't, dude. They're just giant pussies.
like
Yeah.
Like I've heard and I've seen a lot of people, especially like I saw some celebrities like, "Fuck yeah, let's go to war," all this shit, and then people were responding to them like, you could enlist, right? Like, you can enlist at any age. Like, if you're that passionate about it, just fucking go do something.
Right.
And I did hear a few things where it was like, hey, I saw it on like the Texas, like I follow a Facebook group, Texans Only or something like that. And they were like, hey, prayers for my daughter. She got so passionate about like our country that she enlisted today after hearing that we might go to World War or whatever, something like that. So people are actively doing it. But then the people who are like, oh yeah, I would totally do it, aren't the ones that are stepping up. So it's like,
Yeah.
you have your option there, man. Go.
Yeah.
And my dad fought several wars, so he fought so that I didn't have to. So that's why I'm like, nah, that's fucking dumb. I'm not gonna fucking go do that. shit.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go as to say like that it's dumb. It's like, I mean, that timing of like what they had to do, right? Like, who knows what the fuck was going on. But I'm not like an advocate of like violence and war and shit, right? Like, I'm not for that. Like, all this shit is just imaginary borders and division between just different kinds of people, like, over, I don't know, it doesn't make sense to me. But like I said, if it was just like they're forcing you to, like, that's what the draft, not forcing you, the draft is just like, that's what you have to go to. I don't know, it's just like a weird concept. But for some reason I'm not like, I wouldn't be upset. Like, I'm not like, because I know there was a thing of like something against that, right? Like against a draft, right? Some shit like that, like people,
Yeah.
I don't know, I guess that's weirdly my standpoint.
So if you were within the age, and what if there was a draft and you get drafted before you turn 26? Like, would you be upset?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't know.
Because that is a total roadblock in your life. Like, you have dreams and aspirations and all that other stuff. Like,
right.
that totally stops everything. Who knows, dude? What if you go and you fucking lose your hearing? Because that is something that could totally happen to you, and then your real passion of making bleeps and bloops on a track go out the window.
Yeah, but what if I go experience something and then come back and talk about it and I blow the fuck up, bro, and I'm the next fucking trap artist in the game? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I mean,
you want to blow up here. You don't want to blow up over
there.
there.
That's 50-50, you know? That was a good point, Fern. I applaud you on that one. I don't know. I don't know. That type of thing can be said either way. Like,
no, yeah, of course. And not to get like too into politics like super quick, but like the whole way that this world war was going to start was going to be so dumb.
Yeah.
Like just bombing somebody and then them bombing back and then just being like, yeah, I have a bigger dick. Like, no, I have the bigger dick. Yeah. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah, well, we got into it with the 1917 that we just we got into. I guess that was a perfect way to talk about it. But going back, I recommend 1917. Go watch the movie and go. Get some
before we stray
popcorn,
away,
some drinks, and just hang out and don't be drafted. You know, it's nice.
Yeah. Before we stray away from the movie topic, I have two things I wanted to say that I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
I saw Knives Out recently.
Oh, that's a great movie.
And it was great.
Really?
But it scared the shit out of me. Just like last night I just watched Marriage Story on Netflix. Scared the shit out of me.
Wait, how so?
Because if you think about how how people act during these times, like, okay, so Knives Out, no spoilers. It's a murder mystery. A very rich person was murdered, and his family is going to inherit his wealth, and they start like turning on each other and backstabbing each other like for his wealth, and like they all feel like they deserve. So like the whole like human psyche of like, oh, my parent is dead, I'm entitled more than so and so because I did more. That scared the shit out of me, because like I've seen death like personally like tear families apart, and like siblings, like brothers and sisters who have never argued, like stop talking because they didn't get what they thought they deserved, and that fucking terrifies me. So I like that more than the whole mystery from Knives Out. And then watching Marriage Story, where you have like these two people, it's about divorce, and they say it in the first like 10 seconds, so no spoiler. I don't think that's a spoiler, but the shit that they put each other through after they agree to be civil in this mutual divorce is fucking scary. And I don't know, man. I was terrified. I was just thinking like, fuck, man. If divorce, one, is expensive, two, brings out the worst in both parties. Because
you just want to hurt each other.
Not even. It's like you cannot help but hurt each other in the process.
Yeah.
Like financially or mentally, or just airing out just dirty laundry so you have an edge on. Yeah, it's fucking horrible. I recommend both movies. They were fucking great. I hate Adam Driver. I just think he's offensively ugly, and I don't like him in I think he's great in Star Wars. I just don't like his face, dude. It offends me.
I feel that.
Yeah, I don't like. I feel like he doesn't deserve to be famous.
Well, he was great in Logan Lucky. I don't know if you've seen that one.
I have not seen that, but I need to check that out.
And it also has Daniel Craig from Knives Out.
Oh, he was fantastic, dude. I loved it. He was like the best part of that. Oh,
they're gonna make a sequel with Daniel Craig's character, the Detective Benoit or whatever his name was. Just gonna follow his story, so I'm kind of excited for that.
Oh yeah, it was dope. I really enjoyed it. It was after watching Knives Out, I kind of figured what happened about halfway through, but I thought it was fucking.
I need to watch it. It's still in theaters, isn't it?
Ish. Yeah, it might start streaming soon because it's been a couple months now. But I highly recommend Marriage Story if you have the chance. If you have the time, it's fucking terrifying.
I guess one last thing I want before we do move from this topic. One other movie that I saw recently. I don't know if y'all heard about it, The Lighthouse, with Willem Dafoe.
I'm waiting for that, dude.
It's already out.
Is that the
on what?
It came out in theaters.
Is that the Robert
it came out in theaters,
and...
but I'm waiting for it to stream it. Yeah, the Robert Pattinson movie.
Yeah, and it's like
and Willem Dafoe jack-off movie?
What? Jack-off movie?
Yeah, don't they jack off on
It's
camera?
fucking, it's insane. Yeah, it's fucking weird. Like there is a weird scene where some shit like
Wait,
that is
what?
happening. Yeah, it's fucking weird, but it's not both of them together. It's just
Oh, I was like, what
but
the fuck is going
it's
on?
it's from the same director of what is it? The Witch? Or what is it?
Yeah.
Okay,
The
I haven't
Witch,
seen that movie.
It came out like 2017.
But this movie, dude, like this guy really knows how to like form tension and just maybe not so much suspense, but just tension and like just something brewing and boiling within two characters. And also just like Willem Dafoe, like I guess reading the script for this, like dude, he fucking transformed, like he killed it, man. Willem Dafoe is like, he's really awesome, and like in this he's fucking you really buy into like who he is. And also just like this movie is like I guess it like kind of deals around like cabin fever and then also the human psyche. And then you see, because Robert Pattinson is like a young guy in this movie, and then Willem Dafoe is just an old, like you see two different generations, you know what I mean, trying to live together and be around each other, and especially in a different time period. But it's an insane movie. It's really intense, but I don't think it's like an acquired taste, you know? Like I think I'm saying that I like it, and then I don't think a lot of people will like it, you know?
I saw The Witch and I enjoyed it. I didn't think it was like the greatest horror movie like people were saying in like the past decade to come out, but like the ending of The Witch totally sold it to me. I was like, okay, that was fucking really smart of the way they played it out. So yeah, I mean, I really want to check it out. If y'all don't have anything else to add, I have a pretty interesting question I want to ask you all, having to do with movies. All right, so I was thinking about it the other day. Like, what would you do, or what movies would you remake if you could only cast one person in a movie, or you can even select like a movie that's already out, just one person in the movie. One of the actors is human, and the rest are replaced by Muppets.
Can I go first on this?
And so, like, yes, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Are we gonna add something else of the question?
No, I was gonna tell you mine, but I if you say mine, then I won't say it.
Okay,
so,
I'll say it. So I actually just thought this one up earlier when we were talking about it, and so it's not gonna be a new movie. It would just be like something that's already been out. So what I would do is the Back to the Future movies, and I would still use fucking Michael J. Fox, but I would use the now Michael J. Fox with the Parkinson's, and and then the rest of the cast would be Muppets. So that's what I would do.
Or what if Michael J. Fox was playing his Muppet with his Parkinson's?
Well, I mean, he would forcefully have to because he has the Parkinson's. He wouldn't make extra like oh, I'm doing the Parkinson's. It's like he has it, so it's like even it's in his body, right? That's fucked up.
God damn it.
It's not too early. It's not too early because this has been a thing for a while. So if you don't know, now you know, and you might think it's insensitive, but that would be my thing. Back to the Future.
Back to the Future with Michael J. Fox and everybody else. Okay, I see. What about you, Fern? What you got?
I mean, I was thinking about just John Wick.
Yes, dude, that's what it was. One of mine, like that. Just thinking about that.
I mean, with Keanu still, and the rest is Muppets.
Yeah, Keanu still, and then he's just taking on a bunch of Muppets.
Blow like headshots all over the place, and fluff just like. That'd be fucking dope.
I had another one that's gonna be like kind of like fucked up because there's a movie called Nymphomaniac, and it just follows the story of this woman, and she's just like her life as a sex addict and just the stuff she gets into, and yeah, like her being the main character and everybody else being Muppets. So you would see a Muppet blowjob basically.
Yes, dude, I fucking love that. That's fucking great. I was thinking more of the like maybe Fast and the Furious, where Vin Diesel is or he plays Dominic Toretto, and then everybody else is like a Muppet driving fucking cars and drifting and shit.
But would they be legit cars, like legit cars, or would it be?
Yeah,
like, okay.
Yeah, like they're driving like the full on car, and the whole, all the dialogue like, "Fuck you, you didn't win," like prostitute, like
right.
Muppets and Mexican Muppets, and just like all his interactions would just be with Muppets. That'd be fucking hilarious.
And then,
another
they
thing
always have like, like in the Fast and Furious, they always have those scenes where like they're at the car show or the races, and like they always do the intro montage of like girls in bikinis or like little skirts.
Dude, that's
like
what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you see the little Muppet ass.
Or you go to the shop, like you go to the shop for the
shit.
cars, and it's like the Muppets. You know, they're there and like they're fixing up all the cars and shit. And it's like that montage too of the cool cars, the cool designs and shit, and it's Muppets.
Yeah, with the big ass wrench, and then you see the wire like holding up the wrench because he can't.
Yeah.
And then he has to make out with Michelle Rodriguez like on the hood of a car,
Right.
like in the first one.
Well, I mean,
he has to like make out with a puppet. That'd be fucking great.
that's a good one. Fuck yeah.
Another one that I had that I was thinking about that would be fucking great is if like Friday the 13th, like Jason Voorhees, the guy who plays Jason Voorhees is a human character, right? But everybody else, all the teenagers that he's gonna hunt down and kill are fucking Muppets, and them trying to run away for their lives. And I think that'd be fucking cool too.
I think it would also work like the inverse of it. Like if he's the Muppet and everybody else is the humans.
Right.
But then it would just be
But
like
and
Chucky.
Like he would be a tiny version, like little Muppet, but he's still killing them. Like it's the same amount of. It's just him being a Muppet. That'd be kind of funny.
But what
too.
what if it's like a Big Bird kind of Muppet?
Oh shit! Right, with the mask.
It's like 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
What if it is just Big Bird?
Right. What if it is just
Coming after everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking cool. I could see that happening. Hey guys, and just fucking murdering everybody.
Just stabbing everybody. But like, because
Like
like Big
Texas-
Bird's like the way he moves is kind of awkward, right? Like he's just so fucking.
It's kind of like you,
such
dude.
a massive. You fuck.
Yeah, like
Big
a
turd.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but with Muppets.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds funny. Just you see the like instead of blood, you see all the like fluff coming out
Yeah, dude.
All the
Or
stuffing.
maybe even keeping the blood in there
with the
with
stuffing.
like pumps and shit.
Well, isn't this like the Happy Time Murders? Like that movie with
Right? Didn't we
Jenny
watch
McCartney?
that?
Yeah. That's why I got the idea because I had seen it with Robert that one time.
What?
You
Didn't
know,
we
the
all
time
watch
you all
it?
ditched me to. Did
I
you
didn't
go
go.
with us?
I went with you. Oh,
was
Fernie
you, me,
didn't
and
go.
Robert? Oh, that's
I
right.
went with you though, and you
Yeah.
forgot. Wow.
Yeah, you're kind of forgetful, dude.
Oh yeah.
It's because you hate on all the things I like, dude.
No, I don't, dude. I liked
Yes, you
everything
do.
you ever done in your life.
Well, I thought you guys hated the movie.
Right. The movie was
I
kind
thought
of
it was
was
okay.
kind of eh.
I think I fell asleep.
Oh,
I mean, when don't
give me
you?
some fucking news. Give me something new. What a surprise.
I'm sorry, I've gotten better at it. I was too fat at that point.
Right, you would just die. You would just fucking crash the fuck out from the carbs.
For real, dude. Especially after having some Coasties.
Oh, dude. Speaking
do
of
it.
like, dude. So, I am up here in this McKinney area, right? But soon enough, I'm gonna visit you guys down there, and if there is time, I mean, shit, maybe we could, I don't know, set up a fucking podcast down there. But for sure, if
Of
if
course,
there's no
man.
time for that, for sure we have to hit up Coast at least.
Yeah.
You know.
There'll be plenty of time. I want, like, I feel selfish, but I want an entire day to myself. I know you want to see your girl and stuff like that, but, yeah, I want to have an entire day where we go to brunch, and then we go to record, and then we go to Coasties and just hang out.
And just cuddle.
Dude.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be my favorite part. That'd be so nice.
So make it happen. Pre-warn your girl already.
Well, no.
You know,
Well, so I was gonna say.
tell your family you won't see them.
I was gonna say maybe I can bring my girl and then because I've been wanting to take her to Coast so we can all hang out together. You know what I mean? And we could just be.
Don't you dare bring her.
Yeah. I'll take my hand. We gotta take our girls.
Wait.
God damn it, Fern.
I was like, wait, what did he say? Our girls? And then I heard hand. I was like, oh shit, you're right. My side chick.
That's
Well,
fine,
shit. It
brother.
seems like my hand's my real bitch, and then Ricky's the side chick. Nah, I'm just kidding.
God damn it.
God, dude, I'm so.
She's
lonely.
always with you. She never leaves your side.
Yeah, straight the fuck up.
It's funny because like I told a mutual friend of mine and Alex that that I found out that his girlfriend was going out there, and I'm like, man, I hope she's on her period when she goes.
That's so fun.
I wish nothing but the worst for him.
You told me.
Yeah. Well, no, I told somebody else. Too, but
Well, no,
okay.
I told
you
you.
that I told him.
Yeah, that's fucked. And she wasn't. Oh shit, that's too private. No, I don't give a fuck.
But she just didn't want to.
God damn it. No, but that was fun. We came to the zoo and shit. But did you want to add anything, Fern? Did you have anything that you wanted to talk about this time?
No, I think a lot of the movies that I'm thinking about have to deal with like killing the Muppets. I think I don't like Muppets.
Yeah, dude, like violent.
What?
I can't help but be violent with these Muppets.
What about a Chucky movie with Muppets? Just all the same size, you know.
What about a Muppet movie, but it's all humans but they're moving like Muppets and someone's controlling them?
Isn't that the Muppets movie already?
Isn't that the Muppets movie already? The one that we saw?
No, there's a Muppets movie, and it's like there's a Muppet that wants to be human.
What?
And they have a whole song. It's like, "Am I a man or am I a Muppet?"
Holy shit!
I don't know. Jason Segel's in it.
I don't remember that.
Like he's still a character based on the Muppet, but the Muppet is based on him. I don't know. It's just weird.
Is it? That's not with that Sarah Marshall movie, is it? Because I know it's like a
the same
singer.
actor. Yeah.
But that's not it, right? That's because he has a Muppet that he would play.
Oh no.
Oh, okay. Wow, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, it's a pretty good song. I haven't watched the movie, but it seems okay.
Oh, you're talking about the Sarah Marshall when he has the Dracula? Die.
Yeah.
What's that guy's name?
I love that
Something
movie.
Segel?
Jason Segel.
Jason Segel. And you said this other movie is with him too?
Yeah.
Weird.
It's him and I think Amy Adams also. But that's it. That's all I got for that.
Shit. Well, I mean, I feel good, like, because I haven't talked to Fernie in a while. So, but with David, I've been kind of like we talk here and there and stuff, and we Skype and we're nude sometimes. But it was a good. This is a good just having us around together again, and we had never used this thing that we're using. Just for, I guess, the listeners, if they wanted to know, we are using this thing called Source Elements, and I mean, I'm here in
give our secrets away.
I'm here in McKinney, Texas. David's like we're all in different cities. We're all doing it from home. So it's like kind of cool to try it out this way. Like I had never tried it out this way. What do y'all think about this whole setup? I mean, regardless, besides not having video, what do you think about it?
I love it. I think it's great. I just want to check out the quality once we plug everybody in and export it and bounce it around. Yeah.
Yeah. Same.
Dope. I mean, what's up?
I don't know if you're going to say something else, but I got one more thing before we go. Like we started the new year, so I was just wondering if you guys have any like New Year's resolutions or stuff like that, or you really don't do any of that.
I actually do like partake in things like that. Like, I feel it's like it's like the new year feels like it's like a bigger Monday. Like Monday, I'm gonna start. You know, that whole thing. So like I don't know. I do feel like there's emphasis of like, you know what? It's like a new slate. I can feel not refreshed, but like just like I want to challenge myself to do something different. So like one thing that I did tell myself that I wanted to do was I wanted to hit this music stuff even harder. Like I'm not hitting it that hard at all, but I want to make more beat making videos. I want to get back on YouTube. Like I purchased a camera just for that. So I'm gonna build a PC also for my music production and try to like get nice specs and stuff. So that's one thing that I kind of put forth for myself is I want to just hit this music stuff a little harder, put myself out there a little more. And then also like another thing was like get even more into skateboarding, and then the fitness thing, like the working out and stuff, like try to get it even more a part of my life. And even like the diet thing, you know, just trying to cut out eating like shit, because like, you know, it's kind of hard to escape that. But that's what I've got for myself for the new year. I do take part in that. Do you?
I do. I mean, it's always the usual, like the weight stuff and like eating better, going out to the gym and stuff. But one thing I really want to like focus on is reading more. It's been a while since I've read a book, and I feel like I don't want to spend my whole life like reading things on Reddit or Twitter. That just be the only thing I read. So I at least want to read like a book a month, and maybe focus a little bit more on making like little type of videos. Maybe not necessarily like YouTube videos, but just recording some more stuff with the family, like events or like parties we go to, because I feel like I've lost a lot of that those memories. Like once we got phones, like I think we talked about it before, like people just take pictures on the phone and then forget about it, you know. And the other day I got that back of all the old pictures that we have printed out, and I was like, oh, this is cool. Like I wish I had something more like that. But that's all I got for now. I mean, the year's new, so you could always just make up new stuff as you go along.
Right, yeah. What about you, David?
Yeah, I mean, so I had mine written down on my phone that I've been like looking at. So one of them was like drink more water. I tend to neglect drinking water, and so I make it a point to drink at least 2 or 3 bottles a day, which is nothing, but I need to get better at that. The other one was like drink more wine. Like I like to drink. I like to drink, but I don't drink ever. So I want to make that a part of, like, I don't need it as like a crutch or anything. So I'm just saying like I want to drink a little bit more because I enjoy it.
Expand your palate sometimes too.
Exactly, yeah. That's especially with like a cheese board or like a fucking antipasta plate with fucking wine, dude. Like, that's good. Like my favorite fucking
thing. I
thing.
get so erect.
Too much blood. And I also have on here, I know it's a lot on alcohol, but like go get a cocktail every once in a while. Like I've yet to do it this year, but I told my wife like every time, let's just like, hey, before dinner or maybe after dinner, let's go get a cocktail at there's a few cocktail places around here that are actually pretty good that I was looking into. Like crafted cocktails, not like, oh, let me get a margarita on the rocks. It's like people who actually like use like smoke infused bullshit to make it look fancy and shit. Like $13 drinks type shit. Spend more time with my family was another one. I did not see my parents nearly enough in last year, so we have been seeing them more often. I think I've seen them like maybe 4 or 5 times since New Year's Eve actually. So I'm enjoying that, and also having dinner with my parents, my mom and dad. I make it a point so that every 2 weeks, that Monday after my paycheck, we go to dinner with my parents. So I'm going to continue that tradition going forward. So yeah. And then I like just personal, I want to beat a game a month. I've neglected my back catalog, so I'm going to start knocking things out. Right now I'm playing Borderlands 3. I'm not enjoying it, but I got to chug along.
I'm not enjoying it.
Got to get through that.
I see. Damn, putting in the work though.
Yeah. I mean, I've only got like maybe 3 or 4 hours into it, but I need to like actually sit down and actually like knock that out. I'm also playing I'm doing 2 games right now. I'm doing Assassin's Creed Black Flag on my Switch.
Ooh,
so I'm
that was
like,
fun.
yeah, I'm taking that around with me. And another thing is I want to not re-update, but add more things to my house. I have I like to update my house like with smart tech, and I want to make literally every outlet and every light switch like smart, like one of those things. So little by little, I'm gonna start doing that.
Cool.
Yeah,
I know I already said.
I mean,
I'm sorry. Go for it.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say just like I always do this, but like I know I already say my piece, and then you guys get to talk. But like you get like from what the stuff you say, it makes me think of other stuff that like I guess I've put forth and I didn't really talk about. But like the drinking thing, like a piece of me wants to go back, and a piece of me wants to try new ones, especially like all the breweries that they have around here. I'm like, fuck, you know, because like I mean, you know how I can get, you know, like I really enjoy drinking, like I love the taste of it, and like just like I just enjoy drinking and like being around good people and conversing and stuff. And then another thing is like I want to cut back on the gaming, but I also want to, I don't know, dude, like I'm always at like a crossroads with these things for some reason. Like I want to cut back on the gaming. Like I've contemplated just getting rid of the PS4 and like, cause I'm like I game, but not all that often. Like not by myself. Like I just do the multiplayer online gaming, you know. And I'm just like, I don't know, I want to get rid of that and just focus more on the music thing. I don't know, that's my biggest.
Alex, just be happy, man. Like, I know you're going through some stuff. Like, I know you spent the holidays by yourself, and I know that could be hard on you, but you just need to be happy, and you need your ways to escape. I know you gravitate towards music, but
right.
Like, gaming is there when you need it. So just leave it in the background, and whenever you have to go for it, go for it. But I would not I wouldn't say like, hey, go drink yourself stupid.
Right.
I'm just saying like, just drink yourself.
But I
till
love
you're
drinking
happy.
myself
Like, just
stupid.
be
It's like the
content.
best thing. No, I'm joking. I know, man. I've been a lot better being up here, but also I think it's just because like I'm full time, so I don't have the time for it. But
Yeah.
Oh, I
You
understand.
know.
We all understand.
yeah,
I get you.
I can understand how it is. But yeah, Fernie, did you wanna say your piece? My bad, I interrupted you.
Oh no! I was just gonna say something. That I like. What was one thing you guys thought was a positive from last year, though? Like that you are like okay with bringing into the new year. I think mine was good, just going full time and just like getting to work a little bit more, like an adult type job, like
You get to like, I don't know if you have a savings yet, but like you are in a very good position where you can start like saving and putting like doing stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel
Money
the
aside.
same way with Fern. Like, I mean, I became full time and I came to a completely different place, and I mixed in very well from what I can tell, and people were pretty accepting of me, as far as management where I'm at, but some other people maybe not so much, and but I do feel good that like I was able to, you know what I mean, kind of like come into this completely different environment. Not a completely different environment. It's like it's the same thing, but different people, different perspectives, different type of just different environment, and like be accepted, and then also kind of grow with it, and kind of work out the full time thing, and then also I mean I moved up here with my older brother, and me and my brother in the past have talked about wanting to have a place together, even if it's just for a little bit, and we're gonna have a year lease on an apartment up here, so that's cool to me. And like we've already like the first few months being up here, we went like mountain bike on a mountain bike trail and stuff, which I almost died on because it's like so insane and I'm totally not fit for that. And it's just cool being with him, and like being with my brother who like I shared a bedroom with like 18 years of my life, you know what I mean? Like being back with him, but now we're grown-ups, and like we can kind of converse with a different mindset, and like we're not just always fighting every other second. We still here and there will butt our heads, but it's just like what the fuck are we talking about? But like
He's
I
not
love
trying
him.
to break your arm.
Yeah, right. He's not trying to break my fucking wrist throwing me off sheds, but you can probably hear me.
Yeah, I've been watching the little Snap dates you guys have, or like the dates guys have on Snap. Like I think last time you were at Top Golf or whatever.
Yeah. That was so fun.
That's cool.
It was so fucking expensive, but it was fun. And then I guess another good thing that like, I don't even know if it's a good thing, but I feel like it makes me feel happy is that like I got one of my first tattoos on my forearm, and it was for my grandfather, who last year had passed away before I even came up here, and like I don't know, I really like the tattoo, and like it just it holds a lot of meaning for me, and like I don't know, just like I don't know, like I look at it a lot, and I'm just like, man, like I don't know, it makes me think about him, and like it's very like I feel warm when I see it, I feel like happy. I don't know, it's a weird feeling, but I like it. I guess
That's great.
I've yet to see it. You haven't sent me a picture or anything. I want to see it.
Yeah, I'll send that to you. It's very small, but what it is it's a machete that he would carry around, but it's a specific type of machete. Like it's called I hope I don't butcher it, but it's called a wingaro, and it's just like a specific shape of a machete that like is found in that area of Mexico that they have over there. It's weird, but I like it. Like I'd always see him carrying it around. And like
you've mentioned that before.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, so it holds a lot of meaning to me. And dude, I mean, getting the tattoo, I got it with my brother. Got the same tattoo actually, but he actually got my grandpa's birth year on the bottom of it, and I just got the machete. But we both got it at the same time, just to like we were like, dude, let's go get tattoos. Like fuck it. I was like, all right. And this is my first time actually getting something like this on my like body. You know what I mean? Because I have one on my hand, but it's not like I didn't feel that, and I was super nervous. Like my gut was like twisting and turning because I was like, oh my god, how is this gonna feel? Like, am I gonna be a little bitch? You know what I mean? I was like so scared. And then I did it, and I was like, dude, I want more tattoos. I was like, this is fine. I can do it. Like, it kind of felt good. You know what I mean? Like, it was cool.
Yeah, you had that prison tattoo on your hand, right?
Yeah, I have that prison tattoo straight up. But yeah, I don't know.
Man, that's
just
cool.
some things that I felt good about the last year.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I don't have anything that I feel good about last year that I'm bringing into this year, so I'm gonna try and just get better. I mean, I fucked up my diet, so I'm gonna get back on that.
Oh yeah. Well, shit. I mean, 2020, we're gonna be back on this podcast. I hope we can. I mean, if we do this setup, this is perfectly fine with me. As long, I mean, it's just audio for a little bit, but I mean, we're gonna be pushing it out. I'm glad that we kind of set it up and we're able to do this, and it's good to talk to you guys. It's been a minute. We should continue to keep in touch.
Yeah, for sure.
And hopefully
Yeah,
I'll be
definitely.
down soon. But I mean, even before then, we'll just have to figure out how we're gonna like do. I don't know if it's gonna be a scheduled thing or probably just when we have time, because now we're all full time, you know. But other than that, I mean, unless y'all want to add anything else, I'm gonna wrap it up.
No, just going forward, this was a really good like coming back episode, but I think going forward we will have more of a structure. And
Yeah,
more
definitely. This is
topics
more like
to talk about.
this one feels more like it was for us. Not that our podcasts
Yeah.
were never for us, but like I feel like this is more of just catching up and like seeing how everybody is. But you're right. Yeah, it'll have a little more structure. As far as for our listeners, thanks for hanging in there. Whoever is gonna listen to this, it's great speaking with these guys, my close friends from down in the valley. I love you guys, so I hope we get to continue to talk like this and whatever it might be.
Oh, before you wrap up really quickly. So Fernie, remember I told you I was going to tell you something?
Oh yeah.
So yesterday I was at my wife's office and you called me and I'm like, oh, okay. And I look at my phone. And I don't think you've ever called me. And I've had you on my phone for, I want to say like maybe 9+ years, maybe 8+ years.
Yeah.
Dude, I have you down as Fern, Fernie Garcia.
What?
This entire fucking time, I had you down as Fern Garcia, not Fern Gonzalez. This whole fucking time, and I thought I started laughing. I'm like, oh man, I can't wait to fucking tell him. And I told Alex earlier, and it was
Dude, the name
funny,
of this
but
episode is called "Welcome, Fernie Garcia,"
The Laugh and Death podcast featuring
Fernie Garcia.
hey.
special guest.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, just the people out there, if you people are listening stuff, like I know it's kind of like an unstructured show right now, but if you have any suggestions, like going forward, and like let us know. We always want your feedback.
Definitely, yeah.
Just thought I'd mention
Let
that.
us know on the Instagram. Laugh and Death is still out there, so just check us out on Instagram at Laugh and Death Podcast. Like I said, I will probably put this on the YouTube as just audio. So check us out on youtube.com/Laugh and Death, or just search us Laugh and Death Podcast on YouTube, and then check us out on Spotify or Apple Music or iTunes, wherever you listen to your podcast. And make sure to check us out on there. Look up Laugh and Death Podcast, and you can see our prior episodes where we talked about, where we had that series discussion podcast over Game of Thrones with our good friend Manuel and some of the guests we've had in the past. And check out this episode and make sure to subscribe to us, follow us, comment, like Fern said. Let us know. Yeah, we really want to know more input from the audience. But other than that, I mean, that's all I got, fellas.
It was a good one. I miss you guys.
Hell yeah, man. Miss y'all. Ghosties.
Bye bye.